Okay, Kendra, what's your question?
How long did it take to print all of them?
That's kind of hard to answer. I mean, we've taken them some to stores or to local print shops, and we don't know how long they took. But when we print them at home, it maybe takes 30 seconds a card or something to print them.
1 or 2 minutes for a card.
Maybe once you put it through the printer.
Okay, Ian?
Well, how many cards did you each of us, we probably have over 50 designs.
Dylan?
How much money did you guys get? Since we started our business, we may have made $200, and that's even after paying back the business loan.
So that's their, what is that, boys and girls, the money they cleared? Do you remember the vocab word?
Yeah.
Raise your hand and tell me, what vocab word describes the money they cleared once they paid their expenses? Esther?
I forgot.
It's okay. Bryson? No.
Texas?
No.
Collection?
Oh, y'all are trying. Victoria?
Profit.
Profit! Yes, Victoria, good job.
Hawkins, is Miss Meadows' class in there with you as well?
We're all in here.
I need Bartisdale.
Okay.
Thank you.
Come on. I wondered about that. All right, Kaylee,
How many of those cards have y'all sold?
say it again really loud.
How many of those cards have y'all sold? If we sell them for $1 and we made $200 and we get to keep 50 cents after the business loan, I think that would be over 500 cards for each of us because we also paid back a $300 business loan. So we probably sold over 1,000?
Maybe. I mean, my dad bought a whole bunch, but we couldn't sell them to my dad for $1 because he sells his cards to stores and then the stores sell them for $1. So we had to give my dad a real low price. So what happens is you can sell a whole bunch of cards to somebody at a real low price, or you can sell a lot less cards at a bigger price. So they got to experience both selling it for $1 and keeping a huge amount, and selling a whole bunch of them but only making about 5 cents.
So probably each of us have sold over 1,000 cards.
Oh, that's a lot. Hard to tell.
Okay, Victoria, what's your question?
How'd you get where fold?
The folding, that's tricky.
Oh,
Show them the 2 different kinds.
well, first of all, we had a printer that wasn't very good. It had poor quality and bad scoring. So right here it's kind of ripped and would be very easy to peel apart. And once we got the good printer, it folded it very, very nicely, but then they doubled our costs, and so we bought a scoring machine, and so we score them ourselves now.
And actually,
There
the
is
paper we
something
print
that
the
always
paper we
folds.
print at home
got-
comes pre-scored.
Yeah, we did bought pre-scored paper, and we printed our pistols on too.
It's a lot of trial and error. You do something and then that either doesn't work or it's too expensive, and you come up with another idea and say, well, that doesn't look quite as good, but you got to find something you can afford and looks good. It may not be perfect, but it's something, and then you just experiment.
This was folded, this was printed on the pre-scored paper. As you can see, it's much nicer than this ripped scoring.
Okay, Esther, what's your question?
Was it hard for you to do?
What?
Was it hard making those cards?
Yeah, because we had to try a lot of different printing companies, and now that we do it at home, we had to find the perfect paper for the right price and the right ink, and we had to buy a printer, although we bought it on Black Friday for $49.
Savannah?
When you first started, how long did it take to actually get it where people know, like, what product and company it is? gotta get it out.
Well, we sell them like when we, to our friends and family, so all our family knew when we started it. And then we'll take them to doctor's offices and appointments and sell them there.
And you also have it on Facebook?
We do. They have
Yeah,
business
but-
cards. How did you find out? Did you just find it on Facebook, or did we have it in our Christmas
It was
letter?
in your Christmas letter.
Okay. Yeah.
We also have a Facebook, our mom set up a Facebook account so people can buy cards through there using PayPal.
What is the name of your company?
Keller Creations.
And it's actually ACT-TAC Photography, a division of Keller Creations. If you go online, there's a Keller Creations who makes jewelry, and that's not us. We just happen to have the same name. My husband said it'd be kind of cool, ACT-TAC, because his name is Andrew Charles Keller, and then Timothy Allen Keller. So we've got ACT-TAC Photography, a division of Keller Creations.
Kendra?
How do they get them, like, if they do four shots, like the dog thing, how do they get them all to connect?
Well, that's a very good question. This actually took me 2 hours to do. Because I was using Photoshop and I had to get these 4 images together. None of these were together. This background image of the Christmas tree and train was one, and then an ornament was covering up the caboose, so I had to get another picture at the right angle. And if you look very, very closely, I've accidentally destroyed a bit of the track here trying to get the caboose in, but you can't tell unless you zoom in very, very much on the picture. And then, like I say, the Santa hat was on me, so I took a self-portrait and cut it out and put it on Monzo, but of course I had a different sized head and different size shape than Monzo, so there's this thing called puppet warp, and you can make it smaller and bend it around him.
Okay, Billie Jean?
Where do you sell them?
To our friends and family and appointments, like doctor's appointments, we take them there and they buy them. And to our Grumpy who distributes cards throughout the southeast.
Dylan?
What's that picture over there?
That's one I took from the southern bow on the Tennessee River. It's of the aquarium.
Oh yeah. I know where that's at.
Here's another one I took from the southern bow.
I know, I wonder what that is.
That's the Walnut Street Bridge.
I've been there.
I have a question. What kind of camera do you use?
Horrible. Olympus point and shoot camera. I'm trying to save up for a DSLR camera.
Actually a pretty decent little camera.
How does the barcode work? You said you had to purchase a barcode? I didn't understand that. Does that work?
You
Does the
went, yeah.
barcode-
We had to go to buyabarcode.com, then we could go to barcode registry, having a little trouble getting them to get it completely registered, but you should be able to scan it with a smartphone and it should show up on Red Laser. It isn't yet, and I'm having to work with them, but you can take it to a store and then they can enter the code in, and so that once they've got it in their inventory, when they scan it across their little scanning thing, then it would show up that this is a card and it costs X amount of dollars. We had to do that for my dad's business.
Anyone else have questions?
Bella?
Why don't you take a picture of yourselves and put it on a card?
Because we don't.
Just say something interesting like.
Because we're not as pretty as flowers. Like that. I think that's much more pretty than us.
I disagree with that, but
Pretty
okay.
good. Pretty good look.
Yeah.
Whatever you say.
This butterfly, I caught it and we were getting pictures of it, not on flowers, that's in a cage. And Timothy accidentally dropped his camera on it and damaged its wings, so we could
Kinda like that.
kind of like that, so we could carry its wings. So we could carry the butterfly around since its wings wouldn't work and put it on flowers, and that's how I got that picture.
And what did you do with the butterfly since it couldn't fly?
We also took it out every day to eat flower nectar, and we fed it orange juice. Here's another picture of the
It's a
same
butterfly
butterfly.
hospice.
Butterfly. Somewhere in there.
This is the same butterfly.
Oh, cool. It's on a different flower.
I like
Well, yeah.
butterflies.
It looks like the same flower, just like on top of it though.
No, this is a different flower.
Cody, what's your question?
What happened to them?
It eventually died.
But you all kept it alive as long as you could.
I think we kept it alive for 4 or 5 days.
That's pretty good.
That's sad.
All right, Kevin, what's your question?
Sad for keeping a butterfly alive for
Alden? Kevin, what's your question?
No, we just take them to appointments, like doctor's appointments.
Well, the act that will do we find places to get the butterflies on flowers.
Yeah, how do y'all decide what to take a picture of?
Well, I took 16 gigabytes of pictures on a 2-week vacation once. Which is 2,000 pictures or something, and I just take pictures of everything I see. This one was a walk around our block. I took a picture of that. This is in our yard. That's in our yard.
I got this. I want to walk around the block.
This one, I came up with the idea for the doggy one with Santa hat.
Show your cat one too.
I got this picture of a cat under the Christmas tree saying Meowie Christmas. And my brother photoshopped it onto this background because it wasn't a really nice background.
Yeah, originally it was on background of windows and all kinds of extra light that we didn't need. So I took a picture of the wall and then photoshopped the tree onto the wall. That took me 1 hour 47 minutes. Although I could probably do it in less time now because I know how to do it.
Do you always take nature and not people? Do you take people?
Well, we have one person of our Grammy drinking tea, and it's
Why don't you hand the teachers your portfolios and let them look at all the samples of what you've got?
here are the pictures I've taken. As you can see, there's hundreds.
And you do have a bunch of tea cards too, because you were trying to sell them to tea shops.
Yeah.
There's a tea called.
I really want that one. That looks so
They're a
Here's a card that I thought would be pretty.
Always sit down, please.
They're not really at many stores around here. You just send them the
Sorry,
pictures.
they're not finished, so you need to be quiet and respectful, please. They're giving us their time to come and speak to us. He's showing you some of his favorite cards.
I got like a butterfly on a raspberry.
A raspberry.
That's actually a real living butterfly, so it was harder to photograph.
I want to see it.
The Carolina Seder one. Here's one where Mommy said, "Oh, come look, guys! There's a frog in our garden." And whenever I'm cold, I always bring my camera, and I got a picture of this frog. And since frogs like to hop a lot, I turned it into Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday.
Everybody loves to buy that one.
Do you zoom in or do you do your cropping on the computer or bring them closer?
I like to zoom in because when you crop, it takes away the resolution of the image. I'm shooting with that 14 megapixel camera.
Just a second, please.
I have to know where all these flowers are. They in your yard?
They're in our yard or my parents' yard
This is
or
in-
around
This
the
is in my
neighborhood.
Grammy's yard. We went over to check on her house and she was gone, and it had just rained, and she has it all pretty far, so of course I bring my camera there. I pretty much bring my camera wherever I go, and I got this picture of the raindrops on the rose.
I got a picture of the dog that something pond.
The Rostel
Duck pond.
pictures of buffaloes that is just down the road for us, although I don't think I have that in the, or do I? But, well, I did have it, but, yeah, we do. We have the herd.
But I don't know that it's printed right now. I think it's
We don't have it printed, but it turned it into a card. It says, what does it say?
heard, you're not well.
Herd, you're not well, because it's a herd of buffaloes.
Yeah.
Here's just down the road and around the corner. Both of these are taken at exactly the same place. There's a patch of roses and a patch of daisies.
Okay, Abby, what's your question?
How do you get the words on the picture?
We use either Microsoft Publisher for that kind of words, and then this one and the Meowie Christmas, wherever it went, I put them on in Photoshop and kind of did a 3D effect to it.
Okay, Esther?
How do you do the background?
What do you mean by how to do the background? Photoshop that background? Oh yeah, I Photoshopped that because it was in our sunroom, and of course we have a bunch of windows, so we have all this ugly looking windows in the background. So I took a picture of the wall because the wall's that color, because I thought it looked nice for that, and then Photoshopped it onto here. It took about an hour 47 minutes, but I can do it in much less time now because I know how it's done.
Okay, boys, I've got one final question because it's almost time for us to get ready for dismissal. How old are you?
I'm 11. I'm 8.
But how old were you when you took these pictures?
I was probably 9. Yeah, I was 9. 7, maybe. Now I'm taking even better pictures because I'm actually thinking about the lighting and the framing.
Now, boys and girls, I want you to think about this. Put your hands down. You read about children who started their own business, and we read about it in a book. You even met 2 children who have started their own business at a very, very young age. You can do the same thing. You can start your own business. And I want you to think about it. You might want to try a business that's like this, or you may want to try something different. But imagine making money at your age. Imagine people buying something that you have created. Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah. All right, can you give these boys a hand?
I think
Yes, we have
stand at the
business
door and
cards.
pass them out as the kids walk out.
Yes, I
Okay?
want to hand it to each boy and girl. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. This was great. All right.